For years, I thought I was cursed. I'm a Capricorn. And if you're one too, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling that everyone else got the easy path and you got the hard one. That everyone else gets fast results and you get slow progress. That everyone else receives immediately what you have to wait years for. I watched people younger than me get promoted past me. I watched people less qualified get opportunities I deserved. I watched people with half my work ethic receive double my results. And I asked God constantly, why? What did I do to deserve this? Why do you make everything so hard for me? Why can't I just have it easy for once? I called it a curse. The Capricorn curse, the burden of being born under this sign, the punishment of carrying weight others don't carry. But then something shifted, and I realized I wasn't cursed. I was chosen, and everything I thought was working against me was actually working for me. The curse wasn't a curse, it was a blessing in disguise. And the moment I understood that, everything changed. Have you ever felt like being Capricorn is harder than being any other sign? Have you watched others succeed faster and wondered why your path has to be so slow? Have you carried weight that made you question if God forgot about you? Have you been on the verge of giving up because the struggle just doesn't seem fair? If you answered yes to any of these, this message is for you. Because what you're experiencing isn't punishment, it's preparation. And what you think is your curse is actually your greatest blessing. If you're a Capricorn, write your birth date in the comments and these words: my curse is my blessing. Let me show you what looks like a curse but is actually divine strategy. Curse number 1, you have to wait longer than everyone else for everything. Other signs pray for something and get it within weeks. You pray for the same thing and wait years. They apply once and get the job. You apply 50 times and get rejected. They meet someone and fall in love immediately. You wait decades for the right person. And it feels like punishment, like God is withholding from you what he freely gives to others. Like you're less favored, less blessed, less loved. But here's the truth. Fast blessings create weak people. Instant gratification produces shallow character. When someone gets everything they want immediately, they never develop patience. They never build endurance. They never learn to trust God when they can't see the outcome. But you're being built different. Every year you wait is a year of character development. Every delay is a test of faithfulness. Every closed door is training in perseverance. And when you finally receive what you've been waiting for, you don't take it for granted. You don't mishandle it. You don't lose it because you weren't ready. You steward it with wisdom that can only come from waiting. You appreciate it with gratitude that can only come from longing. You protect it with maturity that can only come from patience. The wait isn't a curse. It's preparation for permanent blessing. What comes fast leaves fast. What takes time to arrive takes time to leave. A Capricorn once told me they waited 15 years for a specific breakthrough. 15 years of watching others get it in 15 days. And when it finally came, they said, I'm grateful it took this long. Because if I'd gotten it at 25, I would have destroyed it. But receiving it at 40, I knew exactly how to build with it. The curse of waiting is actually the blessing of readiness. Curse number 2. You carry weight that others don't carry. Responsibility, expectations, burdens. From a young age, you were the reliable one, the responsible one, the one people leaned on. While other signs were playing, you were working. While they were carefree, you were careful. And it felt unfair. Why do you have to be the strong one? Why do you have to carry everyone else's problems? Why can't someone else step up so you can rest? But here's what that weight is actually doing. It's building your capacity. You can't lead what you can't carry. You can't manage great responsibility if you've never handled small responsibility. God is increasing your load because He's increasing your capacity. Every burden you carry is training for the authority you'll walk in. Every weight on your shoulders is preparation for the crown on your head. Leaders aren't born in comfort. They're forged in pressure. And the pressure you're under right now isn't breaking you, it's making you. When your season of leadership comes, and it's coming, you won't be overwhelmed. Because you've been carrying weight your whole life. You'll step into authority that would crush others and handle it with ease because you've been training for it since childhood. The curse of carrying weight is actually the blessing of being built for leadership. Curse number 3, you're alone more than you want to be. Other signs have crowds around them constantly. You have solitude. They have dozens of shallow friendships. You have maybe 2 deep ones. They're always surrounded. You're often isolated, and it feels like rejection, like nobody wants to be around you, like there's something wrong with you that makes people keep their distance. But here's the reality. God isolates who he's preparing to elevate. He separates who he's about to promote. He pulls away the crowd when he's about to give you the stage. Moses was alone in the desert for 40 years before leading a nation. David was alone in fields with sheep before ruling a kingdom. Jesus was alone in the wilderness before starting his ministry. Isolation isn't rejection, it's protection and preparation. God is removing distractions, removing people who would dilute your focus, removing voices that would confuse your clarity. In the isolation, he's developing your identity, your voice, your vision. Things that can only be discovered in solitude, things that crowds would drown out. And when you emerge from isolation, you're not the same person who entered it. You're clearer, stronger, more certain, more anointed. The curse of loneliness is actually the blessing of intimacy with God and clarity of purpose. Curse number 4. People misunderstand you constantly. You say something and they hear something else. You mean well, and they assume the worst. You're being responsible, and they call you cold. You're being careful, and they call you fearful. And it hurts, because you're not who they say you are. You're not cold. You're protective. You're not fearful. You're wise. You're not unfeeling. You're just controlled. But here's why this happens. People judge based on their own capacity. Someone who's never carried weight can't understand why you move carefully. Someone who's never been burned can't understand why you're cautious. Someone who's never led can't understand why you think 10 steps ahead. They misunderstand you because they're not built like you. And that's okay. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to be obedient to God. And the misunderstanding actually serves you. It filters out people who aren't supposed to be in your inner circle. It protects you from relationships that would drain you. It ensures that only people who truly see you get close to you. The curse of being misunderstood is actually the blessing of being protected from wrong connections. Curse number 5. Your path is harder than everyone else's. They get shortcuts. You get the long route. They get easy mode. You get expert level. They get doors opened. You get walls to climb. And you've asked 1,000 times, why can't it just be easy? Why does everything have to be a battle? Why do I have to fight for things others are handed? Here's why. Easy paths create soft people. Hard paths create strong people. And God isn't raising you to be soft. He's raising you to be unbreakable. Every obstacle you overcome increases your confidence. Every wall you climb builds your faith. Every battle you win trains you for war. You're not being given an easy path because your assignment isn't easy. You're being prepared for opposition, for resistance, for warfare. And warriors aren't trained in comfort, they're trained in conflict. The difficulty isn't punishment. It's boot camp. And when you finish this training, you'll walk into battles that would terrify others and handle them with calm confidence because you've been fighting your whole life. The curse of the hard path is actually the blessing of becoming a warrior. Now let me show you the exact moment when the curse becomes a blessing. It's the moment you stop resisting it and start embracing it. As long as you fight the weight, it crushes you. But the moment you accept it, it strengthens you. As long as you resent the weight, it torments you. But the moment you trust it, it refines you. As long as you hate the isolation, it isolates you more. But the moment you use it, it transforms you. The curse becomes a blessing when you change your perspective from "why is this happening to me" to "what is this preparing me for?" When you shift from victim to student, everything changes. The same circumstance that was destroying you starts developing you. I'll never forget the day I stopped calling my Capricorn experience a curse and started calling it a privilege. The day I stopped asking God to make it easier and started thanking Him for making me stronger. Everything shifted. The weight didn't get lighter, but I got stronger. The weight didn't get shorter, but I got more patient. The path didn't get easier, but I got more capable. And I realized that I wouldn't trade my hard path for anyone's easy path. Because my hard path built something in me that easy paths never could. Character that can't be shaken. Faith that can't be broken. Authority that can't be questioned. I'm proud to be Capricorn now, not in spite of the curse. Because the curse was never a curse. It was always a blessing. Write this if you feel it. I embrace my Capricorn journey. Every hard moment built who I am. Let me show you the 7 specific blessings hidden inside what looked like a curse. Blessing 1, unshakable faith. When you have to wait years for prayers to be answered, you develop faith that doesn't need immediate confirmation. You learn to believe when you can't see, to trust when there's no evidence, to stand when everything says fall. People with fast answers have shallow faith. They believe because they see, but you believe without seeing. And that's the faith that moves mountains. Blessing 2, rare loyalty. Because you've been through so much, you value real relationships. You don't do shallow, you don't do surface, you don't do fake. And the people who stick with you through your hard seasons earn a loyalty from you that's unmatched. You don't abandon, you don't betray, you don't switch up because you know what it's like to be alone, and you'd never do that to someone who stayed. Blessing 3, sustainable success. Everything you build is built to last because you built it slowly. You didn't cut corners, you didn't rush, you didn't skip steps. While others are experiencing fast rises and fast falls, you're experiencing slow rises and permanent establishments. What takes you longer to build takes them longer to destroy. Blessing 4, deep wisdom. Suffering is the greatest teacher, and you've had a lot of teachers. Every hard season taught you something. Every struggle gave you insight. Every obstacle forced you to think differently. Now you have wisdom that people pay thousands for. You can see things others miss. You can navigate situations others can't handle. You can solve problems others don't understand. Blessing 5, authentic authority. You don't have positional authority that was given to you. You have earned authority that was built through faithfulness. People follow you not because of a title, but because they've watched you handle pressure. They've seen you carry weight. They've witnessed your character. That's authority that can't be taken away. That's influence that lasts. Blessing 6, genuine gratitude. You don't take anything for granted. Every blessing is celebrated. Every breakthrough is honored. Every door that opens is appreciated because you know what it's like to go without, to wait, to struggle. So when it comes, you receive it with thanksgiving that transforms how you steward it. Blessing 7, unmatched resilience. You've been knocked down so many times that getting back up is automatic. You've faced so many obstacles that overcoming is second nature. You've survived so much that very little intimidates you anymore. That resilience is your superpower. While others quit at the first sign of difficulty, you're just getting started. While they're looking for exits, you're looking for solutions. While they're retreating, you're advancing. These 7 blessings are hidden inside what you thought was a curse, and the moment you recognize them, the curse loses its power and the blessing activates its potential. Write your birth date one final time and declare this over your life. What I called a curse was actually God's greatest blessing in disguise. Every hard moment was preparation. Every long wait was development. Every heavy burden was training. Every lonely season was transformation. I'm not cursed, I'm chosen. And everything I went through was necessary to build what I'm becoming. I carry weight because I'm built to lead. I wait long because I'm being prepared for permanent blessing. I walk alone because God is developing my identity. I'm misunderstood because I'm protected. I have a hard path because I'm becoming a warrior. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. I am Capricorn, and my curse is my blessing. My struggle is my strength. My delay is my development. My isolation is my intimacy with God. My burden is my training for authority. I embrace it all. I'm grateful for it all, because it made me who I am. And who I am is exactly who God needs me to be for what He's about to do through me. The curse is broken because I see it for what it really is. A blessing. The greatest blessing, the blessing that builds what nothing else could build. And I'm proud of the journey, proud of the struggle, proud of the wait, proud to be Capricorn. Because now I know there's no curse. There never was. Just a blessing I didn't recognize until I was ready to receive it. Creating content that reframes pain into purpose takes deep spiritual insight and personal experience. If this message transformed how you see your Capricorn journey, super thanks is available below. Your support